my goobers. Oh my goobers.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning back into my channel. I just got done a week of rehab, but I kind of just wanted to talk about like what exactly happened. I know a bunch of people watched my interview with Ben. If you did, you saw me or you heard me go into about how I got hurt and everything up in the Poconos at Lake Harmony. But I figured I should probably just touch maybe more into it, explain more of what happened. So yeah, to start off, I'll say I was definitely, to start off, I'll say like I was kind of going down a path of drinking a lot before I got hurt, which is another reason why like I'm staying sober right now. I'm almost 120 days sober, but I'll talk about the soberness in a different video. Yeah, I was drinking a lot, and I was going on my brother's bachelor party, so that's in itself kind of a party weekend. I got hurt within 2 hours of the bachelor party starting. I was the one that booked the Airbnb up in Lake Harmony because I was the best man. And we go up there. I drank on the way up. I was in the back seat of my buddy's car. Drank multiple beers, multiple shots on my way up. Got up there. Was already a little bit buzzed up, drunk. We went right to a bar right after we got settled in. Drank some more. Got back to the hotel. Was waiting for my brother to get there. And once my brother got there, he went to go out on the lake. And I saw him go take the kayak, go out with one of his friends. And like, me being drunk and just being how I am, I was like, oh, I'm going to want to go and jump into the lake with my brother and try to like jump out and hop onto his kayak if I can. So I put my bathing suit on real quick in the house, came running out of the door, all drunk and stupid like, went sprinting down the dock, which I know there's like no defense, but like the dock was pretty far onto the lake. I thought my immediate brain, just being stupid, being drunk, was like, oh, this is pretty far onto the lake. It's got to be kind of deep. So I ran out to the dock and just dove straight out to try to reach my brother in his kayak. And it turns out the water was not deep in the slightest bit. And I remember everything. I was conscious for the whole thing. Dove in and my head immediately just cracked the ground onto some rocks, whatever it was underneath. I felt, when I hit my head, I can actually still feel a little bit of tenderness up there. Once I hit my head, I felt like my neck compress. And I immediately realized, I was like, oh shit, this does not feel good in the slightest bit. Came up out of the water. I'm sitting there trying to keep myself afloat with my hands. And I immediately realized nothing underneath my chest was working. I couldn't get my feet to keep myself up. Yeah, I couldn't get my feet to keep myself up. And my brother was in the kayak right next to me, and he saw me like keeping my head up, and I would constantly like go down a little bit and take on some water. My brother looked at me and he said, Zane, like, are you joking? Like, what are you doing? And I just remember I said, I am not joking. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong, but I can't move. And Zach, my brother's name is Zach, for those who don't know that. Zach puts out his paddle for me to grab a hold of, and he helped me get back to the dock. Once I got back to the dock, my kind of memories started fading in and out, but somebody helped me up onto the dock where they laid me down. I was still kind of joking about the whole situation, like looking at my Fitbit watch, trying to act like I'm okay because my heart rate wasn't too bad. But they're sitting there lifting up my feet and just dropping them like they're just complete dead weight. Absolutely no movement in my body whatsoever. So everybody in the bachelor party definitely got kind of freaked out, traumatized or whatever. And I'm just laying there on the dock like a dead fish. And then my memory really started going in and out. The last thing I really remember was having the EMTs come over me and just start saying, we need to get him on a helicopter right now. We need to get him out of here. Helicoptered me to the hospital where I immediately went in for surgery. I was cut open in the front of the neck, which they say that's way better than being cut open in the back, so which is a blessing. and I had a burst fracture of my C7 vertebrae, which in surgery they fused together my C6 and my T1 vertebrae with a metal plate and a couple of small 4 screws. Woke up a few hours later, kind of had no idea what was going on in the hospital. I was in the hospital for about a month. Obviously, that was a long process of me getting better and getting better. I had massive respiratory issues. I'm sure you can still kind of hear my voice. My lungs aren't fully back because the muscles around the lungs are obviously like controlled by nerves. So the part I broke in my neck that controlled the muscles around my lungs weren't working fully. So I couldn't contract my lungs as good as I used to be able to. So they pretty much told me, literally hit me with, said it's either a life or death situation that I need to get a tracheotomy, one of those tubes that comes out of my throat. So in the hospital, they did surgery on me, cut my throat open, put in the tube so I can breathe through my neck, which honestly really freaking sucked. I hated that probably more than anything, but I did it, and I made it out alive from the hospital. I made it through, made it to rehab. Rehab, I pushed through as hard as I could, got the trach out a couple weeks into rehab, which was the best thing of all time. Having that taken out and being able to actually breathe and talk properly through my mouth was literally a blessing. Love that more than anything. That's kind of a quick little update, but obviously I'm in rehab every week now, pushing as hard as I can. So I told you guys last video, I'm doing 2 different rehabs. I have Makki outpatient rehab and Project Walk. I go to both of them 2 times each per week. I'm in Makki on Monday, Wednesdays, and I'm in Project Walk Tuesday, Thursdays. So I'm in rehab a total of 4 days per week, and the other 3 days of the week at home workouts just to keep up my strength. So this week, I'll show you guys through the videos of what I did. I'm doing in Makki a lot of hand stuff, because if you guys don't know, I am technically a quadriplegic, so I've lost a lot of strength in my hands. I'm also numb throughout most of my arms. I can't feel anything around here. So my arms still work, thank God, but they are definitely affected from the vertebrae break. My legs obviously can't move at all. Can't even lift that really right now. Yeah, my legs obviously can't move at all. That's what I'm working to the most in rehab. But yeah, I'm gonna walk you guys through all the footage I took this week of rehab. Yeah, it starts up in Philly at Makki, and then Project Walk, and then back to Makki, and then Project Walk. So I hope you guys like the videos of me in rehab. Please enjoy them. Thank you guys for listening. Again, love you guys all, and thank you for watching.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but fuck him, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots, his stocks through the roof. I heard he fucking with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire. And Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a prick, he's a cock. The type women wanna be within rappers, hope he gets shot. 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his shit is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of shit that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth, or does it stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and give 100%.